Watermelon sugar high, watermelon sugar high.
Hello everyone, my name's Shannon Louise and welcome back to another video. I know you may be thinking, oh, why is there a load of K-pop stuff on my YouTube channel? But that's because I'm changing my niche on my YouTube channel to just K-pop and BL dramas and K-dramas. Now, in this video I'm going to be doing your unpopular opinions on BTS. I'll be going through them and I'll be putting the first names. I won't be putting the last names because just in case people that watch this video don't like the opinions, then I won't want to out them. Okay, so the first opinion is from Cami and she said BTS is overrated. I don't really like the word overrated because it makes it seem like a negative thing. I just go around saying that BTS are popular, they're not overrated, because to me overrated just seems like a bad phrase. But Serafina said, I don't like the Go-Go song lol. Now I do feel like their Go-Go song was a bit different to their earlier music, but I do really like it because personally I do really like it because I feel like it's a very happy song. BTS didn't pave the way. There were many before them that opened the K-pop world. Yes, BTS has made K-pop more well known and it's amazing, but what they've accomplished. I'm so happy and proud of them, but we need to recognise the ones before. BTS didn't make up the whole K-pop fandom, which I do agree with this unpopular opinion because I do feel like there was a lot of more groups before 2013 when BTS debuted. Because there was Big Bang, there was Shinhwa, there was Suxkis, there was people even before then that were really... And I don't really like the phrase paved the way because I feel like every single group, even if it's Western group or a K-pop group or J-pop, kind of led the way for other people because before I got into K-pop I didn't really know the phrase pave the way because I feel like it's just a K-pop phrase. This is from Kimberly. She said, Boy with Love is not an amazing song. I do get that not many people like their new music, but because I got into them in 2016 where it was the Wings album, but it was kind of changing a bit from what they used to do. Trista. This is from Trista. Not Today was way overplayed and extremely overrated and does not deserve the hype it gets because it was easily their worst title track. Now, I know everyone has their own opinions and I do agree with this somewhat. It was a bit overplayed, but I feel like it's only overplayed if you overplay it. Next one is from Estella. Sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. They're too mainstream now. They expand K-pop into America path, but did not create it. So I think what they mean by this is that a lot of people like them now, when back when I started liking them, there was only really a few people that actually knew who BTS was. But I do believe that BTS weren't the only ones to get hyped up in America. This is from Taylor. Their newer music just didn't hit as hard as their rookie days. It's all repetitive now to appeal to the West and mass-produce content. They lost their original feeling and turned it into look at all my gold spoons and trophies, which in turn causes most armies to have a massive superior complex. I think what they mean from the first one is there are quite a few fans that only really like their old music because that's what they like. This is Sarah. Most people who are K-pop stans only know BTS. Now I do feel like people that are new, like say if they only know K-pop for about a week, a month, it does really take them a long time to get into other groups because it's kind of like it's a new thing for them. Like I got into BTS and then a few weeks later I got into GOT7, I got into EXO, I got into Twice, I got into Super Junior, you know. So it does take you quite a long time, but I will be doing a video I'll put the card here when I've actually made it. But I will be doing a video about recommendation K-pop groups for people that are new stans of BTS, so that they can basically go onto my channel and find the songs and the groups that they like without actually having to scroll through the internet and scroll through Google. They can just go onto my YouTube channel and just find my video and just play it, so that they can find new K-pop groups that they may be interested in. The next one is Daenan. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I'm not very good at pronouncing names. They said Hyung line is underrated and the McNay line has a big bias for them. Now, when I got into BTS, I did have a bias, which was Jungkook. But at the time, like when I was watching Blood, Sweat and Tears and he became my bias, I didn't really know his name, I didn't really know his age. When you get a bias, you normally get the bias before you actually know the group, for me, because for me, I bias Bobby, I bias from Icon, I bias CL from... I have a range of biases that aren't just McNays. So for BTS stans, some of them, I've seen a lot of Yoongi stans, I've seen a lot of J-Hope stans, I've seen loads and loads of Taehyung stans. J-Hope would have been better as a vocal. Now I do feel like with his Hopewell stuff, he's good at rapping and vocals, so I feel like he could have been in both. But I feel like Big Hit placed him in the position that they felt like he was better at, which was rapping and dancing. Jin might be insecure. I do feel like he could be insecure, but I feel the way that he says, "I'm worldwide handsome," is kind of him telling to himself that he is handsome. He is, you know, fans do like him. But I do feel like everyone has insecurities. Like even the most egotistical people do have a teeny bit of insecurities. I don't think you can go through life without insecurities. This is someone called Winter, which I really like that name if you're watching this. But they said, honestly, I have no problem with the group as artists, but they really don't know how to control their fan base. That might seem weird, but because of their popularity, ARMY think they're the superior fan base and spread negativity to other groups and fan page, which is not something that BTS has taught us. I always come across an ARMY who tells me to KMS on Twitter because my alt group is Monster X and not BTS. Now with the first part, I don't think that BTS can necessarily control their fan base. They spread negativity, which is true, some of them do, and I do not associate those with being in the ARMY, being in our fan base, because I feel like if you're in our fan base, you have to be nice to people. I will be making a video on what makes an ARMY, because I do feel like people take it the wrong way, saying if you think that Monster X is better than BTS, then you're not an ARMY. It's like, no, because I'm in Once, I'm in Blink, I'm in Vamps, which is VAV, I'm in Universe, which is Pentagon, I'm in NCTzen, sorry if I said that wrong, that's NCT, I'm a Stay. Well, the thing is, BTS is my alt group, is my best group. Also, the ARMYs that tell you to KMS on Twitter. Now, I personally, I didn't delete my account on Twitter, but I did delete the app. I haven't actually come across any negativity on Twitter because I never tweet. I don't really go on hashtags and stuff because I do know that Twitter is like the worst social media platform to be on, to get bullied, especially when you're a K-pop fan. And I have made a video already on why some K-pop fans are toxic, and I've explained about it, so if you want to watch it, then I'll put it up somewhere. I'll put it in the description, or you can put on my notifications so you know when it's uploaded. That's also one thing that BTS never taught us. BTS have always taught us to love ourselves and to love others. And these ARMYs that are going around, be it spreading hate to other ARMYs or to other fandoms, obviously are not listening to BTS's message. And also, I don't really mind if your alt group is different than mine, because that's just preferences, you know. There's people that like TXT more than BTS, there's people that like Blackpink more than Twice. It doesn't really matter, because the thing is, everyone has their preferences. So yeah. This is Kayla, and she said, they don't have to win everything. I love them and they do deserve some wins. But ARMY always makes sure BTS wins, even when there are other groups that deserve it too. I do agree with this. I do vote for some because they're my old group. When it goes to boy groups or my best boy groups, I go for BTS because they're my favourite. But when it goes to choreography, I go with 17. And then last year with the SOTY Awards, if you don't know what SOTY is, it's Song of the Year, I voted for Fancy with from Twice because I felt like that was my favourite, because it kind of was stuck in my head from the instant it was uploaded to, well, I could literally still have it stuck in my head now. When people send, like ARMY send me links saying, oh, vote, 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 I don't do it. Because I have my own mind. If I was to vote, then I would have already done it. So at the moment, I feel BTS fans do push ARMYs to vote, and they do vote on multiple accounts. And I feel like that's wrong, because you should only vote on one account. Tyler's ones, I've got 3 ones, but it's like separated in the video. ARMY should stop putting BTS on a pedestal when they do problematic things. Now, I know BTS has done some problematic things, however, I do feel like so-called cancel culture is bad, and also I do feel like some people need to make mistakes to learn from them. ARMY should stop going everywhere and making everything about BTS, especially when fandoms are trying to praise their specific groups. Then some ARMYs decide to invalidate those groups' achievements, and say if it weren't for BTS, then that group wouldn't be successful, or things along that line. I do feel like BTS is more popular, obviously, but I do feel like when, say, someone's saying, oh, ATEEZ won this or Twice won that, you should just be the same like they are when BTS wins something. The next one is from Samantha. They said, I don't see the fuss about their new song. Maybe I will like it, but not feeling it at all from this teaser. This is Dynamite. If it's already been out, it probably will always already be out by the time I upload this, because I'm uploading this the first week of September. This is from Mia. I don't really listen to them anymore, but I feel as though not only the ARMYs, but K-pop fandom in general just overdoes it so much and takes everything way too far. I do feel like K-pop fandoms, like the K-pop fandom, is, some of them, not all of them, are quite childish, but that's because there are quite a few children on here. Like people my age. I'm 19, if you didn't know, it's in my bio. But there are people that still think that you can't like other groups, you can't disagree with something they say. Like, you know, me turning around and saying, I don't like Blackpink's new song, how do you like that, or something like that. And I got told that I could no longer be a Blink. Now, did that stop me from being a Blink? Nope. This is Skylar again. This is her second one. I know BTS are popular, right? But they should stop being mentioned by interviewers to other groups' interviews. I do think this because every time I'm watching different interviews, it's, oh, what do you think of BTS or BTS or BTS? And it's like, you are literally interviewing NCT and you're not asking them about NCT stuff. You're asking them about BTS stuff. Oh, that's a big B. It was on the window. BTS shouldn't go to the ARMY together, but separately, so ARMYs know how it feels for fandoms to spend years waiting for their groups to come back from the army. I do agree that BTS should go to the army, whether it's together or whether it's alone. I think they should really do it in the groups that they were told to. So basically in Korea you've got your birth groups, like your age groups, like 1997 or 1999 or 1980, you know. You go into the army together, unless you go early or unless you go when you're 30. It really depends. I think you can go from 27 to 30. That's kind of like the thing I've seen on like videos I've watched. But I do feel like armies think that BTS will go to an end after they've actually gone to the military, and that's not actually what happens. BTS should go to the army because it's mandatory, unless you're like an Olympian, you know, I think that's about it. Or a footballer, I think it was as well. However, I do think the armies will act like they shouldn't go, but I feel like they should because it's kind of, I've heard from some videos that it kind of turns boys into men, kind of. It teaches them about life skills and stuff. It's not just them going to the literal military and going to the front line and fighting for the country. That's not what it is. It's military training, and then if you're good, you go on the line. I don't know. This is from Shannon Louise, which I found out that her name's really funny because my name's Shannon Louise and hers is Shannon Louise. But Jimin doesn't deserve as many lines as he gets. Give Jin a chance, especially in collabs. I do feel like Jin's voice was very good and like definitely You or something. And then until I can't remember the songs. The one from Harang. And but I do feel like Jimin's voice is so good, but I do feel like the line distribution is quite effed up. Yeah, I'm sorry if I got your name wrong. They should stop collabing with Western artists as often as they do. Also, I would prefer more hip-hop songs like they used to do. I do feel like they might go back to their old sound, but I'm not sure. I thought that Boy With Love would actually be a kind of spin-off and hip-hop vibe, but it wasn't. But I do feel like it's not necessarily they want to collab with Western artists. I think it's Western artists want to collab with BTS. Skylar again. Big Hit is the best company. They overwork BTS and uses them as a cash cow. If you don't know what a cash cow is, it's kind of like a money bank. It's like a metaphor, I guess. Because they know that anything BTS puts on our army will buy. Our armies will buy, even if it costs hundreds of pounds. Now I do agree with this. Personally, I don't spend hundreds. I do actually, but I wouldn't spend £100 on one item for BTS. There was the new phone that was like near off £1,000, and people were just. I think it got sold out within a day, and I'm like, why? K-pop stans who only know BTS and think they're the best should give other groups a chance. Like I said, I'll put the video somewhere when I make it of different groups that BTS stans can get into. ARMY should stop saying that BTS are the only ones who went through hardships and pain when there are so many groups who went through pain than them, and armies invalidate them as well. Now I do feel like when you commit to K-pop, when you're a K-pop idol, you do have to actually think that you're not going to see your family, you're going to get into a lot of pain, you know, a lot of stuff, because they don't exactly treat their members nicely. Lily. BTS's management only provides top-end experiences and content for Asia and America. Europe now gets concerts, but what about Africa and Oceania? Last time BTS came to Australia was in 2015 and came to New Zealand last year. It's a great experience for the boys, but not for us armies. We are tired of BTS's company announcing a world tour, but always missing us. The closest thing we've had to a concert in the movies is in the movies and in the videos that you see in View Cinema and stuff. They should do a music video for Tear. Not gonna lie, this message is powerful as it is, and now that we know the true context of it, it could be an extraordinary music video and will probably hit 1,000 times harder. I do agree with that, but I feel like if you were to make music videos for every single song, it would take forever. Trust me, music videos take a long time. This is Rihanna, I don't know. A lot of fans beg for other members in V Lives and also beg them to speak English, which is wrong, and members shouldn't have to get that. Now, when I go onto the V Live, I say hello from England to see if they'd reply in English. If they don't, then I just turn around and kind of say, oh, I don't understand what you're saying, but I like your hat or something. You know, I kind of engage, even though I know they don't speak English. I just text in English because that's the only language I know. So I wouldn't want them to turn around and say type in Korean, because I can't do that. But I hate, this is my pet peeve when it comes to K-pop fans, when they beg, say if J-Hope's on camera and then someone turns around and says, oh, can you call Jungkook? It's like, yes, but this is J-Hope's time. Lizzie. I love Jin, but sometimes he doesn't seem like he belongs in BTS, so, sort of like Jisoo doesn't fit in with Blackpink's concepts. Now, I do think that with BTS, you need all 7 of them to be BTS. Same with Blackpink, you need 4 of them to be Blackpink. If Jin was to go into the army, it wouldn't be the same, but they'd still be making content. This is Caroline. I don't like their selfies at all. I think they always look distorted, kind of a fisheye effect, and it's even worse when they use filters. I know nobody agrees. Now, I do feel like this is quite wrong, because I love all of their selfies. I like all of their selfies. So I don't agree with that, because it's kind of like they use filters because they don't like who they are, they don't like how they look, you know. This is Ariana. Popularity doesn't equal overrated, which I agree. Some people need to learn difference, and one I have is I don't mind some of their Western collabs. Now on Sia, we don't talk about that. And I don't think that they have changed. I don't see them flaunting their awards around and stuff like that. Just because they started winning doesn't mean it's had an impact on who they are. You can still be humble even with that many awards. I agree with that, because they haven't actually changed as people. They are the same person, but then again, you don't really know what they are like in person, because they're idols. They only really show you what you want to see. This is Zai. No problem with them at all. They just have an out of control fan base. Not all of them. There are just some that are really crazy, which is so true. There are so many armies that are crazy, but you kind of need to just stay with the ones that aren't, block the ones that are, and then friend the ones that aren't. Caitlyn. Since I've been stan in 2015, I've seen their music evolve, and I'm all for it. But part of me wants to bring back to the old times where it wasn't a trend to stan BTS, because I used to get bullied for listening to them, but now everyone seems to like them. I feel like BTS's popularity has been a good thing, because people like you aren't being bullied anymore. But the thing is, some people like you are still being bullied for different reasons, not just for liking BTS. So I do feel like BTS being more mainstream is a good thing, and I don't think it should be back in the old times where you used to get bullied, because I don't think that's a good time of your life. So I feel like now that it's a trend to like BTS. I liked them before the trend happened, but I don't think that you would like that to happen again, because you will get bullied for it, because not everyone understands, but now they do. I still get told BTS look like girls, they're Chinese and stuff, and it kind of just goes over my head because I've liked them for so long and they kind of need to come up with new responses. This is the last one. Jessie. This is from Jessie. Personally, I don't listen to their new music because I prefer their old stuff. Others have said, this was in a Facebook post. But because I admit this and maybe listen to their new songs, wants to check it out, many armies call me fake and tell me to leave the fandom. I don't know if it happens to anyone else, but it's just a horrible thing to do to other people. I still support them as a group, but I've recently moved on checking out other groups such as ATEEZ and Day6, etc. Also, in my opinion, them become too mainstream. The music is now more westernized and isn't the same as it used to be, which is gaining them new subscribers, but like I've read about it in older supporters. So what they mean by that is that they're getting kind of bullied for not liking all of the songs, which I hate, because you shouldn't bully someone for not liking a song that you like. But that's the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below some unpopular opinions you have. Now make sure to subscribe and also like and also put the notifications on. Okay, bye.